Hello everyone, my name is Cherie, and this is the 31-day horror movie challenge. Today's challenge is number 12, a Wes Craven movie. I chose The Hills Have Eyes from 1977. On a road trip through the New Mexico desert, a family stranded in the area finds that a group of inbred cannibalistic hillbillies have targeted the group and are set on killing them for food, forcing the family into a desperate race to stop them and get away alive. The Hills Have Eyes was written and directed by Wes Craven, and it stars Susan Lanier, Robert Houston, Dee Wallace, and Michael Berryman. What works in the movie? This was a really well-made movie. It was really 70s, like a time capsule of the 70s with the film stock, the camera moves, the costumes, the soundtrack, even the freeze frame at the end. That was something the 70s did a lot, were like freeze frames. And it's like, if you want to see something completely indicative of the 1970s filmmaking, The Hills Have Eyes is it. What doesn't work in the movie? Okay, like the only thing that kind of bothered me a little was that there's a baby, and when the bad guys go in and grab the baby and they've been like, shooting off bullets and stuff, the baby has been quiet the whole time. There's no like crying. That just seemed unrealistic to me. And then I'll say the very final chase scene with the final bad guy could have been paced a little better. It seemed to go on just a little too long. It would have been nice to have the tension increase and increase and increase, and there was just a little lull there. Other than that, it was great. I also forgot to mention that, there were characters and there was a slow build. It wasn't until the 30-minute mark that like really bad stuff started happening. And so it was nice that, we got to be with all these characters beforehand, so we kind of knew who they were. And I kind of feel like movies today don't really spend that much time like getting to know the family, uh, you know, basically the characterizations. Based on this film, can you see why he was called the master of horror? Yeah, definitely. And this was only his second film. So I didn't see, I think it's called The Last House on the Left. That was his first one. And then he did this one, he did a couple others, and then he did the Nightmare on Elm Street. Then he did a couple more films, and he did Scream, and he did Red Eye, which is one of my favorites. It's more of a thriller than a horror, but yeah, it's, of course, he's, the tension, like I was saying, the first 30 minutes, you're getting to know the characters, but there was also so much tension being built. He's great. Wes Craven is great. How does this film compare to other works by the filmmaker? So again, since this was a very 70s looking film, as he progressed, things became a little like slicker because it was the 80s. I mean, we were all about slickness then. And, this one had very practical effects. And there weren't all like the dreamy effects that came in the later films like the Nightmare movies. What was the question? How does it compare? It's just, it was probably a lot lower budget than his future films as well. Yeah, but it was great. It was great. Okay, I don't like, cannibalistic stories. See my review for Raw. But this one was done so well. So I give it a pass. What was Craven trying to say with this film? Whew. I'd say, if someone is strongly giving you advice not to do something, that maybe you should listen to them, especially if they're a local, because all of this happened because the family didn't listen to the guy at the gas station saying, stay on the roads, don't go looking for that mine because, there's no silver in it anyway, and just head on straight to California. You don't want to be around here. Didn't listen. All right, so maybe you should listen to your elders. Maybe that's the message of this film. All right, so that's it for today's video. I will see you in the next one.